So you're tired of the normal life and you want to try living life on the road. I lived out of my Jeep for about a year, and I have some things that I learned through that time that I wish I would have known before I started traveling. Except it wasn't in this Jeep here. I lived inside of this Jeep. I know what you're probably thinking. Trevor, that's way too small. How did you possibly live out of that? That's my point. I lived in that, and I'm gonna tell you what I've learned from living in that. Number one, a good fridge is going to beat your ice cooler any day. I tried using an ice cooler, and there were some pros to it, but I can't think of any. Well, at some point this busted open, and all I have left of the eggs is just a shelly mess. But I have the chorizo, I have a busted container of butter, and I have the tortillas, but I think the tortillas might be bad too, so. Number two, a spork is better than carrying a lot of different utensils. Number three is get interior lights inside your vehicle. If you're gonna make a sandwich in the back of your vehicle, if you wanna read a book, if you're just hanging out in your vehicle and it's nighttime and you're not tired and you wanna do something, you're gonna wanna have interior lights. Try not to get ones that use batteries, preferably find a way to hook it up directly into a power inverter of some kind or directly into your vehicle in some way. Number four, invest in quality sleeping equipment. If you don't like your pillow, buy a better pillow. Invest in a better pillow. And also, just find good sleeping equipment. This isn't camping. You're not going back home to sleep in a more comfortable bed tomorrow. This is your bed, and make sure you like it. I lost count. So whatever point this is, do not load up on gear. When I first left on my trip in her, I had 4 Plano, I think it's 104 quart crates on the roof, and I had my interior so stuffed that I had to like work around it, and then all the other stuff. I had a lot of gear. I had a whole lot of gear. I ended up getting rid of a whole crate, which left only 2 on my roof, and I ended up getting 1 stolen from me, so I ended up only having 2 out of the 4 I started out with, and I never suffered for gear. I just lost a lot of my stuff, which sucked. Don't bring anything you actually don't need, and don't bring a lot of stuff that you think you need. Bring stuff you know you need, and then wait to find out if you actually do need that portable heated shower, or if you're better off with doing something else. Truck drivers are like the OG full-time road travelers. I don't know why more people don't talk about this. Truck driver stuff is awesome. Go into any truck stop or even just research stuff that truck drivers have, and there's a lot of stuff that you can use. That tornado fan thing, I think it's like $35 inside of any Loves. It is a lifesaver. I wish I would have bought one sooner. Re-gear your vehicle. You're about to load out your vehicle with more weight than it was designed to carry. Probably. You probably want to slap some 35s on there for your off-roading expedition adventures. And you don't want to re-gear because that's expensive and it doesn't look cool. Do the research and re-gear. I went with 488s. I probably could have gone with 410s, but it is pretty nice having all that torque when I have it loaded down. I really should have done this, and if you've watched any of my videos, you probably also wish that I would have done this. Have a professional mechanic go over everything on your vehicle before you go out, and if there's anything major they say needs replaced, or even if it's minor, if you have to work at your job a little bit longer to get these things fixed, it's worth it, I promise. I wish I would have done it. Please do it. Okay, have a way of making money or a plan on a way of making money before you set out. If you have a job that allows you to work on the road, you're lucky. You're one of the good ones. Alternative options, there's a lot of apps you can research, and I'd have to make a separate video about different methods. Figure that out before you start traveling. Pack for freezing temperatures and for super hot temperatures. If you're traveling around a lot, or even if you're not, different places have weird weather, and sometimes you'll end up going somewhere that's freezing cold right after you came from somewhere that's super hot, and you have to figure out how to adapt to that. I'm gonna go through this whole video and find out I wasn't in focus the whole time. Those are the 10 things that I wish I had known before I started living in my Jeep. There's going to be a part 2, maybe 3, maybe 4. There's gonna be multiple parts to this. So if you want to see the part 2, click over here. I always forget which side it's gonna be on YouTube, but click one of those, whichever one says it's part 2. You see part 2. When it's up, it's not gonna be up if you're watching this before part 2's up.